Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about what's going to be in my bag for a trip we've got coming up this weekend for Thanksgiving. But I want to address the elephant in the room before we get started. Yes, we are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving. We are following the full CDC guidelines. We've quarantined for 2 weeks and we're going to be going to a small family gathering with just a very few people. So we're doing everything possible to minimize the impact of this. We are going to take a trip up to the Grand Canyon, but we're going to do it like we've done a lot of our other trips and do it very socially distanced. We're going to make sure that we don't go to any areas that have a lot of people, and we're going to make sure that we're always masked up and we're always following CDC guidelines when we do so. Anyway, I wanted to get that out of the way before we took a look at what's in my bag. So let's get my bag out and let's see what we got. So one of the biggest changes for this trip is I'm going to be using the Chrome Nico camera bag insert. Usually I'll carry a completely separate camera bag with me, but I'm going to try to reduce a little bit of what I'm taking with me since this trip is not primarily about photography. Usually I will take a separate Tenba bag, but I always carry a Chrome Moto Barrage backpack with me for all of my electronics and my laptop and stuff. So I decided to try out Chrome's new Nico camera insert from their Nico line of camera bags to see if I could just consolidate everything down into my Moto Barrage and see if maybe I could get away with only one bag for this trip. So this is everything I managed to fit in that teeny little bag, minus the drone. The drone will be going in the external bag. But it's actually, for being such a small camera bag, it does pretty well. It manages to contain quite a lot of stuff. We'll go through the different pieces of my gear for this trip one by one. For stills, I'll be shooting the Fuji GFX 50R, which is a medium format mirrorless, and I've got the Canon 40mm f2.8 pancake lens on it, which actually covers the medium format sensor on the Fuji GFX. For video, I've been using the Canon EOS M with the Magic Lantern hacked firmware, which gives me 5K raw video out of a really tiny package, which is pretty cool. I've got the stock lens on it because it's very well stabilized and it's good for run and gun, and I stick the Movo handle on top for a little extra grip. For aerial work, I've been using the DJI Mavic Air. It's just your pretty standard video drone, nothing special about it. It's like a lot of the rest of the DJI models. For film shooting this time, I'm going to be taking along a Yashica 44. This is a 4x4 medium format TLR that I've got modified for 35mm sprocket holes, which will be kind of fun at the Grand Canyon. I've been there quite a few times, so I'm looking forward to having just something a little bit different to shoot the different sites that I've seen quite a few times. For spare lenses, I'm bringing along the Canon 85mm f1.8 lens, which works both as a standard lens for the Fuji GFX and as a zoom lens for the EOS M, so it's got kind of a double purpose. I'm also bringing along a SteadXP, which is a really cool stabilizer that uses a gyroscope and some software for passive stabilization. So anyway, this is about the most minimalist I've ever gone for a trip, so we'll see how this goes. Usually I'm the one who's got spares for my spares, but I've decided that I don't use a lot of that stuff, and so really it doesn't need to be in my everyday carry. So we'll see if this works out for me or if this was a horrible mistake. Anyway, if you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think about my kit for this trip and maybe anything you'd do differently. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.